These are 5 brutal mistakes that I made on my fitness journey. This is just my quick transformation. I've gained over 30 pounds in the last 10 months, around 30 pounds. And without these 5 mistakes, I would be months ahead of where I currently am. So just to start this off, the first one was loading the weight too much. So I was doing bench press one day, and I wanted to go for a PR, but there was no one there, obviously, and I couldn't be asked warming up, so I just literally went to just below my PR and started doing it. Now, of course, just because you can do the reps doesn't mean that you can actually do them without getting injured. And I paid the price for that. I injured this part of my elbow, which is like a muscle that goes up into your neck, up there, down into your pinky. And that caused me to skip push day for 6 weeks. This wasn't even about bad form either. This was like literally just the fact that I loaded too much weight too early. Now, number 2 is somewhat correlated, but it is static stretching. Please stop static stretching. It is one of the worst things you can do to warm up. Instead, literally just wear warm clothes and dynamic stretch, and then load the weight slowly. Without those 2 mistakes, I would have not injured my elbow. And who knows, I'd have a way more developed chest by now. Static stretching is simply just you're holding the muscle still. For example, this would be a static stretch. What you need to do is dynamic stretching, where you're like swinging your leg or doing arm twists. It's very simple, but if people mess up on this, they pay the price. Number 3 is not optimizing your testosterone. Now, this isn't a brutal mistake, but a lot of people just simply do not do this. For all the gym newbies, what do you think people inject themselves with? What are steroids? All the Mr. Olympias, they inject themselves with testosterone. So if we can naturally increase testosterone, why aren't we focusing on that? Of course, we're not going to be looking like Ronnie Coleman in a couple months from now whilst doing this. But the difference and the change you will see after optimizing your testosterone, it's worth it. But there are a lot of simple things that we can do to optimize our testosterone, and we will see the progress. I have. So the simple things to avoid is tap water, pretty obvious, fluoride, vegetable oils, and soy. Those are like the main 4. I might have missed some, but I might make a video on this in the future. Just whatever you do, please avoid these 4. There's no debating on this. These are all just completely factual. It's not like smoking where there's opposing arguments. These 4 you need to avoid. Alright, number 4. I trained like a pussy. Okay, so for all the newbies, this is for you. What you need to do is literally just train for the first 2 weeks of just building the habit. It doesn't matter what you do, just go on a few machines, lift a few dumbbells. You're good. You will hurt the most after your workouts. This is when you have the most friction. This is when it's going to suck the most. You don't have the motivation. It's not a part of your lifestyle or identity. So it will be hard. And then after that, what you need to do is focus on form. And then once you have your form right, you need to lift heavy. The big compound lifts like deadlifts, bench press, pull-ups. All of those things where you are using a lot of muscles. I would say to stay in around a 3 to 5 rep range for this. And what you need to do is just simply just try and stack weight whilst keeping the right form. If you're sacrificing form to stack more weight, do not do it. You will injure yourself. Now, of course, take this advice carefully, and this is the way you will see the most progress early on. And this is a mistake I made because I was skinny as fuck. I had a bit of a gut as well, but I'd be focusing on like isolation exercises. When you're skinny as fuck, it doesn't matter how big your red delts are. I'm sorry, but that's just the cold-hearted truth. And bro, also, there is no shame in asking the big guys in the gym to help you out with form. Or to even hire a trainer. What I did was just watch a bunch of videos on form, but I didn't lift heavy. And that's what I'm telling you to do. Number 5 is matching what you want to look like with how you train. Now, of course, there's different rep ranges for everything, but I see a lot of people wanting to bulk and they're doing cardio multiple times a week. Or they're wanting to bulk and I see them still playing a sport, like football, where they're running around all game and they're burning like 2,500 calories. You're never going to get bigger if you're still playing your sport. It's the sacrifice that you need to make if you want to get bigger. Like, for example, I'm bulking. I'm eating nearly 3,800 calories a day. I'm currently 84 kilos. That's like early 180s in pounds. And I only do cardio once a week. Whether it's on the bike or I'm going for a run before leg day. Just do it once or twice a week and you'll get all the health benefits that you need. And with the last one, with number 4, once you have finished building like your base, your foundation, you no longer need to do all these powerlifting exercises. You can actually start doing isolation. Because you probably don't want to be built like a powerlifter, do you? So look at people who are training that you want to look like and try and ask for their routine. Or maybe buy a course on an influencer that you want to look like. I have a Discord server in the description full of young men trying to improve themselves. Don't do what's easy, do what's right. Peace.